Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalrin, and if you guys haven't checked out the pre-patch event, the War of Thorns, which is basically Darkshore fights of Alliance and Horde, the setup for the burning of the Teldrassil tree, and then there's going to be a second half of this pre-patch event that has to do in Lordaeron, the battle for Lordaeron, the big battle, the event, and I'm guessing there's going to be more content coming out of that as well. This type of content is perfect if you're somebody who wants to get a bunch of characters caught up in BFA. If you're somebody who maybe has a bunch of characters that you leveled and trying to figure out what class you want to play during the pre-patch, but not all of them have the best possible gear, well then you are in luck, because after you've done the event on Darkshore on one of the characters per faction, all of your other characters can skip the whole introduction section and just get into the meat of the content. The content you're left with on Darkshore after doing the intro stuff with Sylvanas invading and druids trying to defend themselves, you will have a world quest, basically just about 4 world quests that give you a fair amount of gear. The gear has a pretty high item level for it actually. What a lot of people don't understand is the gear is Antorus normal item level quality. So you have a bunch of gear that's 210. 210 is the general item level you'll get in Antorus. So this type of content is just so easy to get into. You can get your characters all caught up. And that's what I've been doing for a majority of my characters. Most of the characters on EU, because they don't have nearly as much time to play every single character on every single region. So all my EU characters, I've been taking the time to catch them up. I'm not somebody who have had the most amount of experience and the most amount of time spent raiding on Taurus and then doing all the PvP, and then didn't do nearly as many Mythic Pluses as I did on US. This is a perfect time for you to take every single character to catch up. If you're trying to be the most efficient in catching up on your characters, you want to make sure to take a look at world quests and decide which ones are worth doing. This is my plan or strategy right now. If I have a character with fairly low item level pieces and you're looking at like sub 200 item level pieces, then you definitely want to do as many of these world quests as possible. But it's great because you get a bunch of pieces of gear and it's randomized from shoulder pieces to bracers to helmets. I'm not sure if rings or trinkets are ever in the rotation, but so far I haven't seen any. So if you have some rings or trinkets that you may be able to get from other sources, or maybe you'll get them from Mythic Plus chests if you do those still to this day, then that might be a pretty good opportunity for you to look into those. But for the most part, you'll get basic pieces like, you know, heads, shoulders, chest pieces, pants, gloves, any of those general things, as well as weapons. Weapons will also be on there, so if you are somebody who doesn't have the most beefy artifact weapon and the best relics in the world, it actually is worth taking a look at some of these other weapons, as your artifact weapons no longer have any special properties. They're just general weapons. Unless they have the best stats for your specialization, there's technically no reason for you to hold on to them. And for some characters, I simmed mine, and it's actually better for me to go with these other weapons I get from world quest rather than the artifact weapon that I've held on to for the longest. When it comes to taking a look at the gear and deciding whether it's a world quest is worth doing, is the base item level for all these items is going to be about 210. 210 is going to be the lowest possible item you may be able to get, but it's still a pretty good upgrade for majority of my characters. If you are somebody who wants to do this as many times as you wanted to maybe get a Warforge or a Titan Forge, the highest item level that I've seen so far for a Titan Forge is about 230 item level. So once you get a piece of gear that's 230 Titan Forge, that's probably the cap that you're going to get. If you have any pieces of gear that are 230 and above, then those are probably the pieces of gear that should take the slots in your inventory and in your equips. On top of the item level that you'll get out of this and the stats that you might be able to get out of this, a lot of these mogs make for fairly good transmogs. A lot of these pieces are the same pieces that your character starts out with if you boosted a character. So let's say you've been playing Rogue for the longest and you never had to boost a Rogue, then you don't really have all the pieces that come with maybe the equips. Or maybe you don't have the Paladins, like they have their unique shoulders for that set. So maybe you want to get an iconic set of gear for your character, for your class. Maybe it's something that you just haven't seen before, or maybe you don't have the pieces that are lookalikes. So this way you're able to kind of play a little bit of fashion craft in order to come up with mods that you might enjoy. So if you are somebody who is into transmog, this is a great opportunity for you to get a few pieces. Although chances are, if you're somebody who mains any of these classes, let's say you main a druid and you have all the pieces in the world and you've been playing for a while, chances are you should have a lot of lookalike pieces already, but still an opportunity for people to catch up on mods if there are some you might have missed. Past that, that's really about it. The only thing you gotta do is just make sure you log on that character once a day and spend a little bit of time doing this. This is probably the most efficient thing you want to do, especially if you're kind of lazy like me. I just kind of want to get the most amount of efficiency with the least time spent doing this. Dark Shore right now is probably the best way if you are trying to catch up every one of your characters. So definitely take advantage of this opportunity. And it looks like this is not going to be the only part of BFA pre-patch stuff when it comes to events that we'll be having. Right now we're doing the whole Dark Shore aspects. Next week we'll have the finisher to the storyline questline. US is going to get it a day earlier than EU. Once we'll have a second part of the War of Thorns, the Battle at Dark Shore, I think we'll get even more world quests, and it's possible that if there is more world quests, that means there's more opportunity for people to get more gear. Or maybe we'll have some endgame rewards when we finish the story, when we finish the quest line. And if there is some kind of story, be sure to watch out for that, as we don't have access to it right now. And I haven't looked on PTR or anything, just because I don't want to personally spoil anything for myself. But if there's anything that comes out and you do it on your main character and it rewards you anything, then it might be worth for your character to take the time to do that one-time thing in order to see if you can get some kind of rewards out of it. Also, as we continue on, Dark Shore will not be the only part of the questline. We'll also have the Battle for Lordaeron coming out at a later time. People that have bought BFA will have access to Battle for Lordaeron, while everybody else will have access to Battle for Lordaeron after BFA finally comes out. So if you're somebody who pre-purchased it, you'll be able to try Battle for Lordaeron early. What I'm guessing here is Battle for Lordaeron will probably have some sort of incentive and rewards as well as the story. There's a good chance that Battle for Lordaeron, with how it's going to be reshaped, might have some world quests for us to do in the zone. That's not a guarantee. I haven't really got to see anything like that on PTR because I haven't really been testing, and nothing in the beta suggested that this is something that is going to be a thing. But it is highly likely that we will have stuff to do. As Blizzard have understood, this is kind of like the time-gated content and just us kind of waiting for the actual expansion to come out. I doubt that they would give us nothing to do after, hey, let's go do the Battle for Lordaeron. Alright, cool, we've seen all the cool cinematics, and now we just wait. There definitely is going to be something for us to do. So be sure to look out on the map, be sure to look out on the forum post, be sure to look out on the World of Warcraft website, for example, to get all the information ASAP, and of course into videos. Speaking about videos, if you guys want to see any more updates for BFA as soon as they come out, be sure to subscribe to my channel, because I generally like to do a lot of these types of videos, letting you guys know any updates for BFA, any ways for you guys to get a little bit extra gear, any ways for you guys to get a little bit, maybe guides and such, and general coverage of BFA is something I do on the channel a lot, so feel free to subscribe to that. Overall, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed Dark Shore. I love the world PvP on Dark Shore because so many people are drawn to this place where they have all these world quests to do now. So it's been a lot of fun. But also it's great to have some content to do to catch up on my characters as we're waiting the weeks go by before BFA releases. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see all of you in another one.